Hey crafty family, this is Bella at the Modest Cat, and I'll be sharing my first week in my Project Life album in 2017. So this year I chose an 8.5 by 11 album. I did a 6 by 8 album last year, which I still haven't finished yet, but I decided I'll move on to this year's album so that I can at least stay caught up with one of them. And then I'll work on last year's album from time to time. So I decided to move on up a size because last year I had some 4x6 pictures that I wanted to put on just one page and do a whole layout about it. But I wanted just a little bit of room on the side of a 4x6 photo. And I'm too scared to commit to a 12x12 scrapbook because I just started scrapbooking last year and I started with Project Life. So I don't have a lot of experience in full-size layouts, and I just felt intimidated with that size. I felt like I wouldn't be able to fill up all the pockets. Anyway, I think I'll be writing a blog post on my website, themodestcat.com, about my 2017 scrapbooking goals and plans, and I'll talk more about why I chose this size and what I plan to do this year in that article. So these pocket pages were created by my husband using my fuse tool. I just bought plain 8.5 by 11 pocket pages and brought it home, and then I was trying to figure out how to fit in 4x6 photos, and I was getting really frustrated with the sizing and the dimensions, and he saw that, so he created his own templates for me with different types of designs, and then I taught him how to use the fuse tool, and he actually did a great job. So hopefully I can get him to make my pocket pages every week, and that would save me so much time. So far while I've been chatting with you guys, I worked on my left side, and it was really simple. It's just two pictures, not two pictures, one 4x6 and then two smaller pictures, and then two journaling spots. And I just glued down the things that I had prepared ahead of time. The main embellishing is on this right side, and right now I'm working on this card, and this is a picture of all the monitors and the IV medicines that my mom was on right after her surgery. And I just took that picture with my phone, and I used some leftover scrap paper to frame it. I also used some old packaging material from something from American Crafts for the bottom, so that yellowish orange polka dotted paper is not really paper, it's actually like cardboard packaging from something I bought from American Crafts. So I save stuff like that when I think it's pretty so that I can use it in my albums. That middle filler card was really simple. I just put some pink vellum paper underneath a chipboard sticker, and that's it. Now I'm working on my left filler card, and I'm going to write that her surgery was successful. And so I'm using this little pop-up sticker from an Amy Tangerine set. It's vellum with stitching in the middle. And since my mom had heart surgery, I wanted to have a heart on this card. Actually, I put hearts on a lot of the cards. Hearts are my most favorite thing in the world, and I think I'll be using it whenever I can. But just this week, the hearts had a deeper meaning, and I really like that. So here I just wrote out the words with one of my Crayola markers. I don't have any fancy markers. And now I'm just outlining it with my Muji pen. And then I cut out this glittery heart, and I didn't like how it looked. So then I found this polka dot one that kind of goes with the polka dot packaging on that other card on the top. So I tried to bring that into this card. And I kind of felt like the words were floating around a little bit, so I used some washi tape to anchor them, and I wanted to bring in more of that yellow, so that's why I chose that washi. Now I'm just outlining that heart, and then I wrote moms, so it says mom surgery was successful. And that's it for that filler card. Now on to this next one. I'm using this stamp set from Recollections watercolor set from sometime last year, and I'm inking it up with my rainbow inks, and I did an ombre pattern, and then I just stamped that down. I'm not the best at stamping, so I was actually pretty excited when I did that one because I got it on the first try, and that's something that is an accomplishment for me. And then I'm just writing out the word Alhamdulillah, and I broke it down so that it fits inside the wreath. And I'm just using the same marker to keep consistency throughout my layout. And another thing I wanted to do on this card is outline some of the flowers and leaves just to keep that outlining theme going, and I'm using the same Muji pen. And I didn't want to do the whole thing. I just wanted to highlight some of the flowers and some of the leaves. And after that, that's all I do with this card. So if you haven't seen my memory planning video for this week of January and you have no idea what's going on in my first week, I just want to explain that my mom had a triple bypass surgery done, and that's what I've been scrapping about. And the first week of January also contains a birthday. It's my husband's birthday. So the next two pictures that I'll be scrapping about are of his lunch, and the other one is a picture of him. And he doesn't like the way he looks, so he asked me to cover up his face somehow, hence the washi tape that's on my pictures. So I'm using the same paper that I used on that other picture that you see in the top left corner. I wanted to bring it into the right side, and so I used it as a fringe banner on the bottom of this picture. I'm just cutting out the little fringe. I'm into fringe right now, so you're probably going to see that a little bit in my videos. And then I don't like that it says birthday lunch. I had already edited this picture for my memory planner, so I didn't think ahead of how I'm going to do my project life. And then once I started working on it, I knew I wanted to use this sticker that says birthday on the top picture, the top right picture, so I didn't want to have birthday again on this bottom one. So I'm trying to figure out a way to cover it. And I came up with this combination of vellum and paper, and this vellum is from that same sticker set that I have from Amy Tangerine. But then once I put that down, you could still kind of see the word birthday peeking through, so I try to cover it up with my letters. And here I'm using a letter set that I have from a Simple Stories pack, and then I decided to space out the word yummy so that it covers more of the word birthday in the background. And then after that, you can barely see that word, and I'm happy with how that turned out. So now I just drew out some journaling lines. Oh, I can't talk today. Sorry about that. So I'm just writing out my journaling, and I use this red marker at first because I used it before in the other cards. But then when I put it in the pocket page itself, I felt like, oh my gosh, that's so much red. So then I go over it with my black pen, and I do that off camera because it's just redundant. I'm just writing out the whole thing over again with my black pen. So you'll see it change color miraculously in this video later on. So on the left side, I journaled about my husband's birthday and how it was definitely not the way we had planned it to be, and how we're just grateful for everything that happened, and how happy we are that my mom's okay. And then on the right side in this journaling card, I just wrote about my mom and her surgery and where it happened and that she's doing well. And now moving on to this picture of my husband eating his birthday lunch. And I'm looking at these transparent stickers that are also from a Simple Stories collection. And I chose this one that says the good stuff. And it's pointing to the food that he's eating. And he really actually liked it a lot. And then I'm using that same paper that I used on the other side and for the fringe. And here's that birthday sticker that I was talking about. I know I wanted to use that, and I wrote memories with my Sharpie marker. And then here I wanted to use a stamp, and then I chose the word celebrate from that same stamp set that I have from the watercolor wreath one. And then I used my Stays On ink to just stamp onto the paper. I did a little bit of stamping on the photo too to make it look a little messy, and I'm just outlining it with my Muji pen. And that's it for that card, and that's it for this side. And now moving on to my left side again. I move around a lot, and it's because I tend to work on the cards where I have more of an idea of what I want to do first, and that gets my creative juices going, and then I move on to the ones where I have no idea. So here I'm just filling up some of the space on the bottom. I use some arrow stickers from Hobby Lobby. their Paper Studio collection. And then I used some heart stickers from the Target Dollar Spot. And this is a picture of my husband with my niece and nephew and my brother's kids. And they're sitting in the lobby in the hospital. And then I used some tiny word stickers from my Teresa Collins sticker set. And now I'm going to journal a little bit about my one little word. So my word this year is restore. And I just wanted to write about how that word affected me during this first week of 2017. And I'm just writing how I want to restore my relationship with God and how this week really kind of, I guess it tested my faith and it helped me improve my relationship with Allah, I guess. And then on this journaling card for the bottom, I'm just writing about how this week I focus more on the present, the here and now, hence the title, and less on the future. And that is something I really want to start working on. I want to worry less about the future and then just enjoy my life in the moment. And that's it for this spread. I left that square blank because the other side will be my cover page, and I'm not sure what I want to do with that pocket yet. I feel like I'm going to fill it with sequins or maybe a transparency, so I left it blank for now. And here are some close-ups of both of the pages. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos and subscribing. Our family is growing day by day. We are over 1,000 family members now, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please join us. If you want to see more videos, you can click on either of the pictures on the left, and then you can click on the cat to subscribe. And be sure to visit my website to see close-ups of this layout. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Take care.